entertainment is a game is really, I mean, the big players are in it, and they're playing for keeps. And one problem they all have is that everybody just has two eyeballs, and they've got X hours of discretionary time. They're going to sleep, they're going to work, and so maybe they have 4 or 5 hours a day and two eyeballs, and they're using them now. And now they're going to have obviously there's disruption going on in delivering various things to you. People are always going to want to watch sports. They're always going to want to watch news. But there's certain things they'll want to watch the Olympics. The question is how much it's worth to whoever gets it to them. But you've got some very, very, very big players that are going to fight over those eyeballs. The eyeballs aren't going to double. The time isn't going. I mean, it's a relatively fixed market, and when you get the size of certain players and disrupted in an enormous way by Netflix, which nobody dreamt about really 10 or so years ago, and we'll see how a game like that comes out. But that's not an easy game to predict, because you have very smart people with lots of resources trying to figure out how to grab another half hour of your time. And I would not want to play in that game myself. That's too tough for me.
Well, you kind of are. It's your biggest investment.
Oh, no. Apple's a lot more than, I mean, that Apple, I'd love to see them succeed. That's a company that can afford a mistake or two. you don't want to buy stock in a company that has to do everything right. That is not a good investment. You want, in the mining business, they said, any mine being dug should be able to stand a certain amount of bad luck, because you run into different things as you really get 5,000 feet down or whatever it may be. And there's some businesses that are quite predictable. Berkshire's made lots of mistakes over the years. And when I say Berkshire, I mean me, but I say Berkshire. We started with a textile mill, and we had two other companies that fed into Berkshire: Diversified Retailing and Blue Chip Stamps. One was trading stamps, that went to zero, and we started Diversified Retailing with the department store in Baltimore, which eventually disappeared. So, you're going to make mistakes. You don't want to make them with too big a portion of your capital, and you want to recognize them when you do it, and you want to basically hang on to your winners. And so I don't. It may just be the fact that I'm, an 88-year-old male, so I don't look back and think about all my mistakes all the time. It'd take too long anyway. So Apple should do some things that don't work.
You think this is going to be one of those things? I mean, this is not a huge endorsement of what they just announced this week. You think this is going to be one of the things?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I know that if I'm Bob Iger at Disney, I'm going to think about every way that I can to beat him to the punch. If I'm AT&T, if I'm Comcast, and obviously Netflix is going to try and make sure that Apple doesn't get part of their territory. I mean, that is capitalism. That it's produced. Well, just think of what Dallas, 250 years ago, three lifetimes like mine, less than 3 lifetimes like mine. There wasn't anything here. And just look around you, as you come from the airport or wherever. This is a product of an incredible system. I mean, I get the goosebumps when I hear "God Bless America" sung like that. I mean, because this country, in 3 of my lifetimes, has turned, something that the French were willing to sell a quarter of it to us for $15 million. I mean, and throw in the mineral rights, which people in this audience will understand. Part of the payment for the Louisiana Purchase, 20% of the payment was what was it, $3 million at 15, 200,000 ounces of gold, and we got South Dakota, where one mine turned out 40 million ounces of gold. I mean, I don't know who made that deal for France, but so this system is just remarkable. And when 10 years from now, when we look at the entertainment delivery, it will be what people want. It'll be in the form they want. It'll be whatever the creativity comes up with, and it's going to be a very, very big, hotly contested game. And the one thing I can guarantee is the public will be the winner.